All right, well, let's take a run at some of the questions viewers have sent in already. A viewer from West Central Minnesota wants to know whether or not there will be any action in this legislative session about invasive species, concerned about that issue. And viewers wonders a little bit if people don't realize how serious it is. Who wants to take a run at that?
Well, I can start because the folks in the Detroit Lakes area, which is in my district, it's probably about 5 years ago or so, really spearheaded kind of a state effort to put a real kind of recognition of what was going on. And part of it was dealing with zebra mussels, which was spreading from lake to lake, and now Detroit Lakes, in fact, has that. But they have really been on the forefront in pushing the state to look at education-type methods, but also to look at prevention methods and even some enforcement, which is not always easy to do with folks who are moving from lake to lake. But it's something that's really important, something we need to keep an eye on. And I know, Representative, I think we heard a bill in tax committee this week that would have provided a tax credit for those people who are working and dealing and working with aquatic invasive species. So it's something we need certainly to continue the research and the funding and get out to the local lake associations and folks who are really dealing with head-on on this issue.
Yeah. Yes, Barry. I mean, it's one of the bigger issues I think we face. I think if you think of Minnesota, if you ask your friends and neighbors from across the country what Minnesota is known for, it's for our lakes and rivers and just that recreation and all those things that it provides. And whether you're dealing with zebra mussels or starry starwort from a plant perspective, or Asian carp. I think that's you go on YouTube and watch those videos of Asian carp in some of those southern waters, and it's scary. I mean, it literally is an animal that will destroy your ecosystem, but also hurt you when you're out in the water fishing. And so, we were able to provide just a number of years ago some more funding at the U of M to do some studying. I can remember going on a tour when I was on bonding committee. We do these tours all over the place, and they literally were doing their research in somebody's 55-gallon aquarium that they maybe took out of a dorm room a while ago. And so that's no way to do really leading research. And so by funding that and really creating a center of excellence to do that research at the U of M, I think it's going to make a big impact on the waters and the future of our state when it comes to invasive species. So,
any thoughts on that, Senator?
There might be a few of those things in Beatis-Kama and Lake of the Isles and others. No, really, I think that there are some in those lakes where the chain of lakes that are close to my district worry about those things and worry how they come in. And then, of course, Minnetonka's not too far. So I think that, these guys are much more the experts. They're in greater Minnesota where we really are kind of seeing that. But I think that the issue is something that we should all be thinking about.